There we go. Are we live?
Well, yeah, we are live. And I was about to introduce myself, but hey, hey everybody.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening everyone. We're here tonight to watch some track action with cars and fast things. What I mean by that is you're here with us watching Formula Trout League presenting the Vermin Formula Experience Hybrid Series Season 6, and if that isn't a mouthful, I don't know what is. Hey.
Beautiful.
I'm Kilgore Trout, this guy's Maximilian Younger, and we're here tonight to commentate over round 9 of the Singaporean Grand Prix. And it's a 5 kilometer track with it's a 35 lap race, 23 turns, and Paul Magzar was the race winner last season. However, qualifying's happening, and I think we should just jump straight to that because I'm feeling that way right now.
I'm sorry to interrupt. You are not on.
I'm not on.
You're not on push to talk.
I'm not on push to talk.
We can hear like the commotion and stuff in the room.
Yeah, you're gonna hear that. That's just fireworks and stuff, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's just the commentator's booth is always active.
I'll have to turn up the racing, eh? How about that?
It's an exciting. Oh, always nice. Yeah, engines.
Yeah, is that you liking that?
Yeah, obviously. What do you think about the battle going on in the standings between Max Hamlin and Paul Magzar? They're really close with Magzar currently leading by only a couple.
Well, it's been back and forth. We haven't written either driver out of the contention just yet. Even if the odds aren't exactly in a driver's favour. Paul Magzar, for example, is having to sit out qualifying tonight because he's been a bad boy. But yeah,
it's a cause of a bunch of in one 2 races ago. So he's usually the qualifying ban. Has to serve it this race. He's going to be starting from the pit lane, but he has won here before from 4. When I was still a young lad. He was driving for Ragged Edge at the time, won from the pit lane. I think he's the only driver to ever do so in Trout League. So you can't count him out. Singapore is a great race. A lot of incidents usually, people making mistakes. It's a street track, hitting the wall, stuff like that. So you never know, if he stays consistent, he might be up there.
well, another one we shouldn't roll out just yet is Clank Hughes. Unfortunately, luck hasn't exactly been in his favour, but when the conditions are in his favour, I think he's unstoppable. And he's still a driver in the making. He's still developing as each year goes by.
He's, after all, he is a champion, so he's had some struggles lately, just not being able to attend too many races. He's missed out, I think, 3 of the races this season. So, and had 1 DNF as well. So that's why in the standings he isn't looking as good as he usually would. Yeah, normally he's very strong. I think Dave is also like he is in the championship fight. He's Dave Southwood. He's only 20 points behind Max and Magzar, who are actually equal on points looking at the standings, 116. So basically they just need to. Those two need to try and outscore each other, and Dave needs to outscore them even more if he wants to.
Well, if Dave wants to make an impact tonight, he needs to get his qualifying game sorted, because if overtaking is his is his best quality, it's going to be put up to a I can't even fucking get the words out, but yeah, he's going to be challenged tonight if he wants to try and get past one of the best drivers.
Which the thing is, his nature is he's very consistent. He rarely makes a mistake, so this suits the track perfectly. If he can do it here, he might come out with a really good result, because he's usually the guy who never spins, never locks up, never does anything irrational. So he's I think he's, even if he qualifies a bit down, he might still be within a good chance. It all depends on the other drivers. It's basically, this race is a bit of a survival thing, because it's very long, obviously very difficult track. So it's gonna be sort of, that's gonna be the question: who can race it clean, keep it clean the whole race.
All eyes on Jake Bond tonight, though. New signing from Octan. He will hopefully be bringing in some decent points for the end of the season. And yeah, this is not a plug for Octan at all. This is just stating facts here. I'm just stating facts.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the sort of the battle for the constructor is very interesting, because it's very close from sixth upwards. I think Octan's sitting fourth at the moment, with the AC third, BM Racing second, Grumman first, and sort of the gap from sixth to third, for example, is only 40 points ish, I think. So it's for constructors, that's not much of a gap to make up.
Yeah, you're right there. Constructors can swing in anyway, to be honest, and Singapore is a tough track to survive.
Yeah, I think it's still Vermin Racing Team really looking good, because they have both drivers here. Their main number one driver designated now on contract, I think, is Max. So he's obviously been strong. He's equal on points with the championship leader. So, and they have Jack, who's obviously always a strong showing as well. He's had 3 podiums this season. So you know, they're still looking, I think, for this race in terms of which team can score the most points. They're still looking very good. But Octan's also looking very good, if I might say so myself. Not a plug. Oscar's racing. Jake's gonna be racing, and they're both on S Tracker right now with their personal best. I think they're sitting second and third, with James May from Griffin in first. So they're looking very good as well.
James May, I believe, had a bit of an incident there. Yeah, that's unfortunate. He was on a flying lap there. If there's another driver who is very talented but just hasn't had the luck this season, it is James May, who like, again, when things are going in his favour, he's unstoppable. Valencia being an example of that. He was untouchable, and Oscar was giving his all at that race. But yeah, let's see.
He has just unreal speed as his advantage. Usually he's very good qualifier, very good on pace. He just needs to get pole and get ahead early in the laps, and then just control the race like he did in Valencia. Really, he was in absolute control. He even had time to do an extra pit stop, go for fast stop. So he, when he's leading, sort of, he's in control. So yeah, but his personal best is 5/10 quicker in practice has been 5/10 quicker than anyone else's. So he's looking the favorite for the win tonight.
Yeah, that's if he can keep it together. I mean, he's got 5 minutes left. There's plenty of time. He's in the pits. Just needs to have a quick massage, maybe. let out any steam.
You know, the thing is, usually when you have this kind of advantage as a driver, you're very relaxed. You know, you're not really in a state of tension, especially in the race. If you can pull out 5/10 out of the back, then you're gonna have a pretty fun race. You know? It should be pretty relaxed for him if he can replicate that pace. Now, if he can't, then that's where you really panic and start making mistakes. When you know you're fast, but somehow you can't achieve the lap times you did before. It's where a driver starts panicking. He needs to just, try to replicate what he did up till now.
One driver that does deserve a shout out this season is Douglas Falcon. One who hasn't always been the most dominant of drivers, but this season has really kind of captured a lot of points that were essentially making up for those lost by his teammate Clank, who has also had a lot of bad luck this season, as previously mentioned. So
he's on 27 points at the moment, so he's not. His points tally is basically what Clank, a bit more than Clank did in one race. So he's still in that sort of midfield area, but he's very consistent. He's had a 7th, a 9th, an 8th, 10th, 7th, 6th, so very consistently in the points. He just needs to try and aim higher, but his last race has been his best. He got a 6th place finish in Belgium, so hopefully he can do that again tonight.
Oh, and Nils Fischer, unfortunately, on a hot one, has gained a bit too much understeer out of the tunnel corner, and yeah, nice little pirouette into a wall. Let's just take the camera off him, save him any more embarrassment. Winning with Clank Hughes, currently second. One of two drivers in the 37s at the moment. I mean, what's the predicted theoretical best around here?
Let me check.
Yeah. Just to remind everyone, tonight we're racing with the C5, the C4 and the C3 compounds. So the C5 being the softest and the C3 being the hardest. The majority of drivers tonight will be racing, well, I guess qualifying on the C4, but some will opt for the C5 to get ahead, but that might compromise their strategy, considering their lifespan's about 10 laps.
So the fastest time on a C5 tire has been a 36.1 from James May, but that's 6/10 faster than the next fastest guy, who's Max Hamlin with 36.7. So I'm not sure what sort of it's a bit no man's land in terms of prediction. I don't know what to make of it because everyone's on different tires and conditions are different. So I would say maybe high 36s could be possible. I'm not. We'll see. I guess high 36, low 37.
Yeah, the top 10, or at least the top 7, I can confirm that all qualifying on the C4 compound. Clank Hughes currently 2/10 down in Sector 1. As we've been talking, James May went fastest and Max Hammerlink has pipped him, doing 1:37 flat. Jack Smith does a 38, which puts him into 5th.
Times just keep getting faster right now. So yeah, James on a low 37. That's sort of confirms the prediction I made 20 seconds earlier.
Frank Hughes 3/10 down in sector 2. It's not going his way.
It's not looking good.
And that's the end of qualifying.
People still yet to finish their laps, so we might see something.
Jake Bond going 5th with a 37.9. Clank Hughes crosses the line. Is faster than his previous best, but isn't enough to put him anywhere in the top. Oscar Williams is actually down on his lap, so it's up to well, I guess that's it really. Max Hamling doesn't have to go any faster, but he looks like he might just do that. No, he misses out, but it doesn't matter.
He's on pole.
He's on pole. Oh, I'm sorry, Oscar Williams goes faster. The telemetry let me down. The delta was wrong, and he goes into the 36s. It's another pole position.
Incredible. That's well, that sets up an interesting race. Definitely, I mean, Max definitely wants to win this one. He wants to make a dent in Maxar's dominance on Trout League so far. So he'll need to get ahead of Oscar at the start if he wants to do that. If not, it's gonna be very tricky to pass. So yeah, Oscar on the advantage at the moment, starting from pole again. I think he has the most pole positions this season at this point. It's his 4th.
It's definitely looking like if he keeps up this momentum, next season will be a good one for him.
Charles Leclerc and I'm the fat one.
Yeah.
At a Ferrari. He's had a very, very strong qualifying game so far. So he's been pretty much the best qualifier of the season so far, with this pole positions. Yeah, it's interesting race. So can we go through the qualifying order?
Yeah, if you can read them out for me, please, and read out what Tyler qualified on as well, if you can.
I can't. That's I was asking you.
Okay. Yeah, give me a second. Let me just get everything sorted out. So Oscar Williams on the C4 in first, Max Hammerlink in second on the C4, James May on the same compound in third, Clank Hughes, Douglas Falcon in fifth. That's a really good position for him to be in. On the C5 compound, Jake Bond on the C4, Jack Smith as well, Dave in 8th, Nils Fisher in 9th on the C5, and Carlos is on the C5 as well. Don't ask me to pronounce his surname. Carlos Manis.
Carlos has qualified 10th?
Yeah.
Oh, we were talking before the race that he is...
Sorry to go across, the lights are going red.
Very likely to win
lights
the lottery
going out.
if he qualifies.
I think there's a bit of lag from Maxi. Oscar gets a good start. Hamlin covers off James May. And I'm just going to switch back to the camera. A bit of a gap forming already. Jake Bond in 5th. Let me just quickly switch. But Oscar Williams pulling away now in first. Jack Smith, bit of argy-bargy there with Douglas Falcon. Nils Fisher wants to get past Douglas as well. I think we might have lost Maximilian Younger there, so it's just me riding solo. I'll try and commentate as best as I can tonight. So Nils Fisher managed to get past Douglas Falcon, but Douglas wants to get past him. He's not letting him get away that easy. And Nils has made contact with the wall. It's very unforgiving, the tunnel section of this track. Nils has to take to the escape road. Douglas Falcon's gifted the position, and up to 8th he goes. James May though, coming out of turn 2 and 3, staying as close as he possibly can to Max Hammerling. Might be getting a bit of dirty air. Karlisk, he's spun. There's a bit of contact. I don't know what happened there. Missed out. K-Man's in the pits already. A lot of chaos on lap 2. Nils Fisher's teammates still on the points, however. Cyprian Storian has got ahead of him. Cyprian on the C3 compound wasn't allowed to qualify due to a back of the grid penalty he had to serve. Might just work out nicely for him though. Dave Southwood, one of the championship contenders, not in the best of positions.
He's sitting down 6th, right?
Yeah, and Maxie's back with us. How's it going, mate? How was your trip?
Sorry, I've had some connection issues. Yeah, so already we've seen a bit of argy-bargy going on, as traditional per Singapore. But yeah, a good start from Clank. He's up to 4th right now. Jake Bond as well up in 5th, so they've made up a few positions. So it's going to be interesting race to develop. Who's going to end up on the...
Yeah, who's going to end up on the podium? Just finish off your sentence there. You cut out. Max Hamilton goes fastest with a 140.9. But we're rolling with Jack Smith now, who's got a bit of traffic ahead of him. If he can just get this corner right, he might be able to get a good lunge out of the next one.
It's always tricky. They're in a bit of a DRS train.
Yeah, you're right there. The livery's looking beautiful under the Singaporean lights tonight, I have to admit, as well as the sponsorship. Always remember to fly Trout Air whenever the opportunity, guys.
Always, this season has had a very, very good bunch of liveries. I must say the cars look very good.
And to think some of the organisers wanted to race in the day.
Oh no! What?
How could we do that?
A horrible idea.
What a stupid idea. Who would suggest that?
Yeah, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting how it develops in terms of strategy, because the hardest compound, the C3, is supposedly able to do.
Sorry, Alex Cochran having a bit of an issue there, and he's got David Bull and Paul Magzar making his way past him, and also looks like Nicholas Lay as well. A lot of traffic right in the back of the midfield there. Oh, there's contact! Oh, David Bull's been taken out by Alex Cochran, and Cochran's been taken out by Jan van Dijk. Oh god, this is not what we wanted to see tonight when we said we wanted wheel-to-wheel action.
This is helping Magzar. He's up in 11th already, and we're only a few laps into.
Yeah. He just needs to make sure that those accidents don't happen in his racing line.
Yeah. It's yeah. But as I said, this strategy is going to be interesting because C3 supposedly lost the entire race, so therefore undercut is very easy to execute. You can pit whenever and make it to the end. So in that top 3, it's going to be about who pulls the trigger first. And I think Oscar is in a bit of a compromised position because he's leading, so he's going to have to react to what everyone else is.
So as the championship stands at the moment, Max Hammerling looks to gain quite a lot of points, but I mean we're only 4 laps in, so it could be very premature if we put it that way.
Richard in our chat says Vermin cars always look good, grateful. Always look grateful day or night. Like many of my ex-girlfriends, they look better in the dark.
Max Hammerling staying close to Oscar Williams though. There's Nils Fischer, pits.
So as I said, he's pulling trigger first. I think he started on the C5, so this is about the predicted stop. 8 to 10. They should have lasted, so he's going according to plan in terms of strategy. Max pressuring Oscar so far. He's keeping within the RS, even though the dirt here on this track is very heavy. So he might even have a pace advantage.
Carlos staying in P11 at the moment, regardless of his little spin earlier.
Cyprian has had an incredible start as well. He started last on the grid, but last, so that's second to last because Magzar was behind. But he started all the way back and is now in the points, so he's looking good as well. Good start from him.
Max Hammerling setting another fast lap, 140.3.
He's putting pressure on. It's gonna be very tricky to overtake. But what he's gonna have now is the undercut because he's in the window. Definitely, he needs to keep this sort of gap, and then by the time the pit stop window opens, he's gonna be able to overtake. One second, I need to, I will be back.
Nicolay getting past Carlos. Carlos wants to get past him, but goes too deep. Oh, but we go back to the battle for first. Max Hammerling keeping Oscar honest as they come through the final sector. Very tricky sectors, caught a few drivers out tonight. Definitely caught me out in the past. Both drivers want to get onto the throttle easy as soon as possible as we go through this very dark sector and much light. Carlos down to 14, 15, dropping down as Jack Smith uses as much of the track as possible to carry the momentum into turn 1. We've been stuck behind these 2 cars for the last 7 laps now. Carlos calls it a day, unfortunately. His comeback was not meant to be tonight. Singapore is a cruel, cruel mistress. Cut into Max Hammerling versus Oscar. Gaps decreasing with each lap. Who's going to pull the trigger first? Oscar probably going to go to distance, so it all relies on Hammerling if he thinks he can get the job done. barely half a second between these two as we're about to embark on lap 8.
Right, I am back.
Welcome back.
Max has started to show some tire wear signs, I think, being all that dirty here for the entire race. Is starting to...
Lost a bit of time there. Went out of turn 3, I believe it is. Turn 2,
yeah, always when you run behind someone, that your tires just overheat and they start wearing a lot faster, start sliding just like he did. And it was a good example of what can happen. So yeah, well, Max is still in the advantage. I mean, he could just pit whenever he wants and undercut. James May as well is in a position to undercut both of them if he goes really early.
Jack Smith goes for a move. Can he make it stick? I think he can. He has the advantage. But Dave Southwood holds on and gets past him. Oh, wow. I really thought Jack Smith had that one then. They left each other just enough room. I think tyres rubbed, but that was brilliant wheel-to-wheel racing around here.
Did you notice how the chance came? Because Dave went for a move on the car head on Jake.
Yeah.
So that opened up a chance for Jack to go into that. So this is what you need to take into account when you're following someone trying to overtake. If you have someone close behind, you need to sort of defend and try to overtake at the same time.
Well, Magza trying to get around the outside of Cyprian Stoyan, but we've got a very fat Romanian blocking the apexes of each corner.
Big butt Romania, so
all about those big butt Romanians.
Right, no, he's known to be one of the best defensive drivers in Trout League, so it's going to be very tricky to get past on this.
Well, it's the closest battle happening yet. Paul Magza has the advantage of DRS. Gonna try around the outside. The Romanian stays ahead for the time being. The Irishman. Oh! Stoyan goes too deep and gifts the position to Magza, and I think that's it. There's Dave Southwood! Dave Southwood! No, what's happened here? Dave Southwood is pointing the wrong way. He has to wait. That's a brilliant 180 from him. That's what I like to see. Patient.
Lost out a lot of positions though. It's not ideal for his championship chances. This is not what he needed.
No, you're right there.
But very safe rejoin. Exemplary. That let everyone past, waited, then rejoined.
Yeah, that was textbook. I mean, if ever there was an example that we show everyone, it would be that clip right there.
Yeah, I mean, we've had some dangerous situations, so we might just, save this clip and have it as our poster next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, the battle, it's now where at the front the strategy starts to happen. So who blinks first, as Martin Brundle will.
Quick reminder that the predicted pit stop strategy, they will be pitting round about now. So it's whether or not Max Hammerlink will decide to undercut and leave Oscar.
No, because they're on C4s, all of them, aren't they?
Oh, you're right there. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, so it's about lap 14. They still might pit now, but they would end up back in traffic. So I don't know if that's a good idea.
How long is a pit stop around here?
I think it's closer to 30 seconds around this track. So they would rejoin behind Jack, between Jack and Douglas. So it's I don't know. They definitely need a bigger gap, I think, still. So yeah. Otherwise they would end up in traffic.
And Jack Smith's pitted. And the Vermin boys are getting out. Let's hope they've got the right tyres, and it's a good pit stop. Jack comes out in P10 on the C3 compound, and that'll see him to the end of the race. Obviously the one stop being the favoured stop choice.
Right. By having to juggle sort of between engineering and commentating.
That's fine, you do what you have to do and bring back any juicy information.
So yeah, I have been told to shut up by my driver, so there you go. He's very focused right now in the lead of the race.
Fair thing to say. He's very heated at the moment. I'm sure he just wants to concentrate on the task ahead.
Yeah, I basically told him if he wants to pit, he can pit, but he'll come out behind Smith, so it's not the ideal thing. He's struggling with tyre wear quite a lot. He said they're not in the best shape they could be, but he wants to pit, but I told him not to stay out because, you know, he'll come out in traffic and just get overcut, then Max will stay out or James will stay out, and they'll be able to be in clean air.
Max is gaining, he's eyeing up an opportunity, but decides against it. The RS helping him.
Yeah, I think they're playing it quite safe. I think Max playing it quite safe. Doesn't want to go out to any really big. Needs to be close to that. But yeah, it's always weird to have someone not tell you not to pit when you really want to. But then again, when you're in the car, you don't really have the overview of everything that's going on. You only see what's in front of you and behind you.
What are his lap times like at the moment in comparison to Max Hammerlink's?
I mean, they're quite similar because Max is following in the dirty air, so Max only has a chance to attack in the DRS zones. But you know, that's not the issue really, because he's not losing any. He's not getting caught up or anything. It's just that he might get overtaken at one point.
Oh, Max is staying close. Oh, Oscar Williams. Oh, it looks like Oscar Williams is pitted. Yeah, sorry.
So he's gone for it.
Delta messed up there for a second and I panicked. But yeah, Oscar Williams is pitted, and it's Hammerlink who it will be forced to stay out and do another lap. Now, will Jake Bond end up ahead? I think he will, yes. And
well, that's going to be interesting.
As Douglas Falcon spun out! Oh no, the tunnel section's caught out Douglas Falcon. And Oscar Williams ending out in P5, that's not too bad, but behind his teammate, I think team orders might be in check. They're on different strategies at the end of the day. Douglas Falcon making his way to the pit, so it won't affect him too much. He was on the C5 compound. Maybe that was just end of the tread. Dave Southwood also pit in, as well as Nicola Lay. And Jan van Dijk. So yeah, a lot of the C4 compound coming to an end now.
Yeah, this is a bit earlier than predicted, really, but it's still a fairly sort of ordinary time to pit.
Well,
Nothing too crazy.
they've been hard racing. Chances are, I think Jan van Dijk might have crossed the line there. I'm not going to say anything as Alex Cochrane spins out. Oh,
Again,
yeah. Max Hamilton's
not a-
pitting.
Max Hamlin's pitting, so that's going to be interesting. Where he comes out, does he come out? Can we focus on him?
Yeah, we will. Max Hamilton coming out now. Oscar Williams coming around the corner. I think he might just have this one. Maybe not. Max Hamilton might just have it. Oh, here we go. The race is on, boys.
Did he overtake? I can't see.
Oscar Williams might have just... Oh, there's contact! There's the slightest of contact, but there's contact nonetheless. Hamilton spun out, and Oscar Williams, well, he's still intact. He's in P3, but he's technically the race leader. That's Hamilton, though. That might be Hamilton's race.
Oh no, that's...
He's still...
Wow.
He's kept it together.
This is very advantageous for Maxar. He's now within range of his title rival, starting from the pit lane. Incredible race developing right here.
Obviously, Paul Maxar is not pitted yet, but he's on a different compound tyre. Oh, he's not actually. He's on the C4.
That was a very weird incident. That was usually the car on the inside never spins out. Did he just... Wait, I can rewatch that.
James May pits.
Oh, he just spun by himself. There was no contact.
I think the tyres were still heating up.
Yeah, he cold tires out of pits. Just
Where does James May end up? I think he might have just jumped everyone. James May's just jumped everyone. Now James May on the C3 compound has done the perfect in-lap.
May has the thing with Max cost him time. So May's now leading. The basically battling with Max cost him time. Therefore, May could do a faster outlapping in the clean ass. He's now ahead. Beautiful.
That was amazing. That was amazing.
It's beautifully timed. This is what I was talking about. You need that clean air. You need just clean laps to not get overcut or undercut.
Jack Smith pits in P8.
So James May with that strategical race, he's it's gonna be interesting now because they're both on very similar pace in terms of race pace. They're both willing to win. They have nothing to lose. They're in no championship position. So yeah, it's gonna be a straight battle from now on.
Cochrane pits as Jake Bond ends up behind a sister team driver, Cyprian Stoyan. No team orders here, especially for the new driver. He'll be expected to prove himself in the main team.
I mean, I don't know. He's it's the sister team still, and constructors is at stake, so I would expect a bit more lenience than normally. Let's put it like that.
I'm still astonished how James May pulled that off. Oh, Jake Bond gets a lot of oversteer coming out of that corner there. As Cyprian Stone goes deep, giving him space.
Well, the thing with James May's overcut. James May's overcut was fairly.
He's cut out there, Maxi. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like the reason James May overcut was just the battle between Max and Oscar. They basically held each other up, so therefore James can get ahead pretty easily.
I think Cyprian might have just yielded there. I think for seeing the bigger picture at stake, he's still in a decent position. Doesn't want to be held up or holding anyone up. As Paul Magzar finally pits in P5, he will have to get past Jake Bond and Cyprian Stein all over again.
I don't understand why he really even held him up for so long. There's no point. They're not in the same race. Cyprian hasn't pitted yet, so even if they weren't in sister teams, there's still no point in holding up.
Jesus, then you'll see on the stream why I've just jumped. Flipping heck.
You have one of those scary faces on the entire screen moments. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I got it. Yeah, the lag has been an issue for Oscar the last few races. Again, coming out of a corner, if you've seen, he's just sliding out. He's oversteering everywhere. That's not gonna help his tire situation at all.
How he likes to drive, though, isn't it?
It is, but it's not suited to this sort of situation where you have high tire deck.
Drives like Kimi or Schumacher.
No, it's more of a Hamilton style, I'd say. He's sort of mid-corner, he swings the car around, whereas Kimi and Michael, they would do it on entry.
Yeah,
yeah, it's different. This is even more damaging to tires than because you're doing it on very sort of high-speed situations, exits of corners where it's detrimental to tire, I'd say. But yeah, he sort of needs to bide his time and wait right now. Wait for James to either make a mistake or wait for his tires to wear out first. Because with this sort of gap, he's not going to be able to overtake. You need about a 1 second advantage around this track to be able to make a pass. So it's going to be very tricky for him to overtake from now unless James makes a mistake.
well, the closest battle at the moment is for P8. Dave Southwood, surprisingly far down the order here. I don't think I've seen him this bad this season.
I think he's on the better tire than Jack as well, so he might be able to make a pass at one point.
James May goes fastest with a 139.6 as a response to Oscar.
Yeah, he's got himself out of DRS now, so Oscar won't be profiting from that anymore. But yeah, it's sort of, I think there's gonna be another battle with Magzar. He might catch Cyprian.
Van Dijk oversteers. Oh no! Oh, too much acceleration out of the corner. Oh, that's his front wing gone.
Yeah, I mean, it's a weird mistake to make out of a hairpin. Very weird angle at which he hit the ball, actually. But yeah, Dave still not being able to make the move.
You're right there. He's in DRS zone, but just can't get close enough. Jack
Yeah,
Smith is
it's
a very hard driver to get past, though.
yeah, he's obviously our F3 Series champion currently. Very strong driver. Generally has won before in season 5 at Silverstone. So he's a very good driver. These all the whole grid are very good drivers. So
Dave
at
Southwood
Singapore you
looks.
need.
He's made it past him. Finally made it past him. A nice lunge there.
Why not commentate on that? So I know what's going on.
I was listening to you. I don't want to cut across so often. It seems like it's a regular occurrence.
Well, yeah, but it's normal. It's on-track action goes. I can't see it live.
Yeah, I know.
That's right.
Fact. Give me a
Very
second.
beautiful move. Weird place to make an overtake. He sort of came out of the exit much quicker and was able to get alongside. And
Does that help? Can you see that?
yes,
There we go.
thank you.
So Jack Smith is pitted again. By the looks of things, that is it the second time, right? Might have had a bit of an
Yes,
issue.
it is. Whoa, that's
Yep, that's him
maybe that's
retired
why
from the race.
that's out.
Yeah.
Wow. Why? Maybe I can get some info on that. That's a weird moment to just quit the race. Oh. There's a bit of a weird moment going on in terms of lag.
Yeah, sorry, that was me. But yeah, that's strange. Jack Smith to just retire like that. It didn't look like he had any issues, but
He got overtaken in a very weird spot. Let's put it
yeah,
like that. So I don't know what happened there. Maybe some actual gear issues with his wheel or pedals or something.
Sipper and Stone pits, and Paul Magza is up to P6.
Yeah, so he pits for the first time. He's gone very long on these tires from the back of the grid, so he should be able to take these to the end if he's on C4. But yeah, Oscar not losing ground to James. I think he is biding his time so far. He's sort of trying to wait to see how it develops.
I think both Oscar and Max Hamlin will probably learn a very valuable lesson tonight.
Well, I don't know. I don't think anything went particularly wrong on either side. I mean, yeah, Max obviously he spun, but it wasn't. There was other than try not to sort of make that mistake. There's not much he could have done in that situation.
Obviously, you know, they've just come across each
can't-
other.
You can't predict where you're gonna come out in the pits
Yeah.
exactly, unless
Yeah.
you're a master strategist and somehow can calculate every single gap and predict what lap time the other guy's gonna do. But yeah, especially on Oscar's side, there's nothing he could have done. I mean, other than give Max position, which you don't want to do if you're racing.
No, obviously. I mean, obviously, ultimately, they both did the right thing. They both just end up at the wrong place at the wrong time, and that played perfectly into James May's hand.
Yeah, I mean, Max sort of tried to get the overtake done. He overcooked it on the throttle. It was sort of similar to Vettel Bahrain kind of thing. Very similar angle of the corner as well. So it was just, a bit too eager on the throttle when trying to overtake, spun himself around. So yeah, Jack's told me he's having very big lag spikes, so he just so he hit the wall and got red damage. So he decided to retire from the race probably because of his internet not being too good. Yeah.
I mean, a set of course is like 5 years old now, but still, like, it's very, very demanding, especially with all the mods that are coming out. I don't know if that was the case for Jack, but
yeah, oh, he said it was more like a screen freeze,
yeah.
3 seconds long. So I guess it's not internet related. It's actually PC related. Yeah, that's really sad to hear, to be honest, because he was driving a good race. It was would have been interesting to maybe see him come back at Dave later in the race, but yeah, sad to see him go. He's probably watching us.
Oscar gained a bit of time there through the traffic. I think James might have lost a bit. Saying that,
he's 1.5, right?
Saying that, yeah, James May just made a lot of time for that sector. So
yeah, I think it's the middle sector that's really strong for James, and it's the other two that are strong for Oscar. So yeah, he's fast where it matters, basically, James.
I think yeah, this might be something down to setup difference and
setup difference, driving difference,
yeah, driving
can
style,
be many
yeah.
things. But yeah, it's sort of, there's still 12 laps to go, which is a lot around Singapore with a 1 minute 40 lap time. So we'll see. Anything can still happen, and it usually does because it's trout week.
Oscar goes fastest and Max Hamlin faster again with a 1:39.5, which
so he's catching now.
He's catching, but still 8 seconds behind.
Yeah, I think it's Jack's offering himself up to be our first interviewee of the night, if you're interested.
Bring him in here.
Hello, Jack. So yeah, can you tell us about what happened?
Yeah, well, first of all, so the battle was on the stream. That was quite cool to watch. With Dave, that was a really close race. I didn't expect it either. I just sort of went down the outside and there was a little battle going on there. Kilgore lost his mind, I'm pretty sure. He started screaming down the mic.
Yeah, it was a different kind of place to overtake, wasn't it? I mean, it's not the usual place where you expect one.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you saw Dave tried to go down the inside of Jake, but he's a bit too far behind, so
yeah.
I took up the challenge. I used a bit of VRS on the outside.
It was nice, very opportunistic.
Yeah, you got more grip out of that corner. I didn't want to push him into the wall, so. Yeah, but in terms of the accident, I tapped the wall on the first time I pit. So I had a red wing there and I had to pit. It was a rear wing that was red that time. So I pit then onto sea freeze again. And then obviously in the second run I was being followed by Dave and going into literally the same section where I overtook him. It just froze and I must have just drove into the wall, so I had no idea where I was going, and when it came back on the screen again, red damage. So yeah, twice in a row, but oh well.
Yeah, it happens. I mean, you know, the constructors battle is heating up right now, so
yeah, that's why I'm a bit gutted, because I could have scored a P5 in Spa and maybe another P5 here if I caught up to Jake, especially with the undercuts.
You won't lose points to anyone else on the top 3. I think it's Octan right now who are scoring the most, because of Jake Bond in 5th as well as Oscar in 2nd at the moment. So
where's Max at the moment? Is it like P3?
He's P3 still. He's he was catching up earlier, but he's lost ground again, so I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
Sort of, he spun when going side by side with Oscar. Just
Yeah, I heard that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
We'll see what happened after the race with that one, but-
not a perfect race for Vermin. You guys will have a bit of a debrief after
Oh,
the
yeah,
race.
sure. We need to perform
Yeah.
at the next one, especially with it being the home Grand
With
Prix.
Richard paying those huge salaries to you guys, you can't be making mistakes.
For sure. I'm already fired for making that damn video.
But yeah, thank you for coming in, and thank you for racing. Sorry that it didn't turn out as you expected it, but yeah, it's racing. Things sometimes happen. So yeah, good luck next time.
I'll listen along to you guys.
Yeah.
See you later.
Good night.
It was Jack Smith there for Vermin Racing Team. Didn't really get a word in there myself, but it was nice listening to those two. Oscar Williams and James May coming across a bit of traffic there. Scuderia Rapidamente, I think I said it properly. It looks like Oscar Williams might be getting a bit more stuck than James May did. Maxa spun!
Oh my God. What's happened?
Maxa
Wow.
spun! I can't tell you what it is.
Gotta turn it around. He's back on track now, but does he have damage? That's the question.
Yeah, he's coming out
He
of
looks
the final
fine.
sector. Yeah, it was the tunnel man. It catches everyone
It
out.
catches everyone. It caught you out, if you remember.
Ah, shut up.
That's how Octan would have gotten his first win, but
Yeah, the tunnel happened.
ironically, I stole it away, so and then brought it back in.
Thank you for that.
But that's not ideal for Mike. That he's gonna lose out because of this. I think he can definitely still get Dave because he's only 3.5 ahead. But I don't know about Jake. He'll be 30 seconds further up. So yeah, uncharacteristic from that was a mouthful. Uncharacteristic from Magzire because obviously in season 4 when he started from pit lane at this race he won and had a perfectly clean race.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't expect this from him. I really expected him to be faultless. But yeah, we don't know what happened. If it was an incident or if it was just him making a mistake. So we'll have to see before before anyone judges it as a mistake, really.
Oscar looks like he's gaining, but might just lose the time now. No, holding on.
I mean, the thing is, like this, he won't be able to make a pass. Even if he gets within the RS, it would not be enough. So he needs to find some really good pace really quickly if he wants to win this race.
So it's like James May is on rails at the moment.
Yeah, as I said, I think when qualifying was still on, when he gets in the lead, he's just in control. There's nothing that can really budge him. It's really difficult to just force him into a mistake because he's totally relaxed.
Yeah. And just when people were thinking that Oscar Williams was the one to beat, James May returns and says no, not today.
I mean, as said before that pit stop phase, being in the lead actually is a disadvantage because you're reacting to what everyone else is doing. So, Oscar pit first because he was sort of reacting to Max being really quick and scared of getting overtaken. So he pit first, which then gave Max the chance to get the overcut, which in turn happened. They came out side by side, slowed each other down, which then allowed James to get past. So it was just one of those things where, actually leading the race is not necessarily beneficial unless you can make a gap. Bit of a moment there from Oscar again, oversteer. I think the tires are starting to near their end. So it'll be interesting to see if the same will apply to James soon enough. Encountering with traffic again, so it might bunch them up once again. Oscar needs some sort of luck if he wants to win either a slow car getting in the way or a mistake from James, because he's the pace just isn't there at the moment to get past the, as I said, there's that 1 second barrier if you want to get past someone. So you need 1 second advantage, which is very tricky to get when you're at this kind of level of driving where the margins are.
James May getting DRS from back marker there.
Yeah, so that's helping him further.
And Oscar is nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, he's 2 seconds behind. I mean, nowhere to be seen. That's a bit much. he's close. He's in range. If James makes a mistake, he'll be there. But he's not within striking distance of an overtake. That's for sure. But yeah, you never know what's going on in their heads. You know, these drivers, they're always very good with the mind games. You know, Oscar might be playing back. You don't know. It's always tricky to judge what everyone's strategy is.
Yeah, you're right there. But
yeah, Maxar is getting really close to Dave Southwood at the moment, and he's massively quicker at the moment, over a second a lap quicker. And he might be able to make a move in the next few corners, so maybe we can ride aboard with them.
just over 5 laps to go now.
5 laps to go, so can Oscar make the move on James, and can Magda? That's the sort of battles we have going on right now.
He's carrying a lot of speed through the corners. Adamant he wants to get past Dave Southwood. Oh, Dave Southwood's a... Oh,
no! Not a... Same corner as well.
Oh no! What is this commentator's curse?
He just hit the he just hit the curb and it jumped him. Basically launched him into the wall. Now Cyprian is close to him, so maybe we can ride a boat with him. So surely Dave has damage right now. He must have. Is he gonna pit, or is he gonna stick out? That's the question.
He should stick out. He's got no
yeah, because 20 seconds behind, so yeah, he's sticking it out. But can he keep the Romanian stallion behind? I mean, he doesn't appear to have too much damage. He's not. I don't think he's. Yeah, I don't think he has that massive of an issue, to be honest, because he's not looking off apex or anything like that. He's still looking good.
He's holding it together and getting DRS.
But yeah, Oscar just set a fastest lap, and he's within 1 second. So was he pulling back all this time?
No, but I'm going to stay with the Romanian rocket for the time being.
Oh yeah, Oscar putting the pressure on right now. Within DRS, I think. No, not yet, not yet. But yeah, Cyprian pressuring Dave as well. Staying very close, making a mistake there. Losing some time, not what you want. But yeah, he needs to try and stick close out of T3. Because that's going to be his best overtaking opportunity on the whole.
Yeah.
T1 is always tricky to manage. T3, exit and just get a slingshot, get DRS and try and get past in the entry of T4. because both the overtake on the inside and outside are possible there. So depending on how nice your rival is, of course, he might push you off if he's Alex Cochran. No, I'm joking. I'm joking, Alex. If you're watching this, I'm joking. You know I am. But yeah, bit of a mistake on entry there. Magzar isn't pulling away massively, which is surprising. Yeah, because he's on fresh tires and he is Magzar after all, so you'd expect him to put in some massive laps, but maybe he's just I don't know, not pushing, nothing to gain really in front. So yeah. Oh, I think I know what he's doing. He might be saving up ERS for fastest lap because that's an extra point, isn't it?
As we say that, Oscar's now within 1 second of James May, sort of on the cusp at least.
I think he did have DRS last straight, so I'm not sure, but yeah, he seemed to have turned the pace up in an effort to try and get him in the last few laps, but still not close enough. He needs more than this. He needs to do the next 3 laps in full quali mode, turn up all the engine modes, all the RS, everything. Just give it all.
Oh, Cyprian, looks like he's turning in too soon. That's what I'm like.
Always a thing with him, isn't it? His driving style is just that overturning thing. It's very weird. But it usually works out, so can't complain too much.
Yeah.
He's come from the back to 8th place, so it's a very strong bike. No,
Oscar's gaining. Oscar's gaining.
Yeah, he's putting the pressure on. This is gonna get feisty soon if it keeps going like this.
A bit of traffic up ahead as well.
Coming into
Is that an Octane? Is that an Octane?
No, it's not, but it'll give him DRS though. So it's helping him, and this a bit of slipstream, I think. Yeah, it just gave him DRS, so that'll be good. But he's within 6 tenths. He's the closest he's ever been, I think.
Yeah.
Since the pit stops. What is this from Oscar? Is this like second wind, or is this
This is mind games right now.
Yeah, or is this like a mind game thing going on? I don't know. I don't want to go and ask him, obviously.
Let's ask him now.
He's kind of busy.
Hey Oscar, have you got a second?
Like, where did you hide all that pace up to? But
oh god, there's a bit of oversteer, but
there's a bit of oversteer,
together.
yeah. This is what is gonna happen? That's the question. Will he be able to get past?
There's a bit of time there. Oh, but it looks like he's gaining at the same time.
It's weird. It's weird. He's slower on exits. Oh my god, he's getting so close to walls.
Yeah.
He's just doing quali runs. That's what he's doing right now.
His tires are gonna be shot though.
Yeah, but there's nothing. I mean, he needs to try. Otherwise, yeah, not much else he can do. Just wing it.
Good lap from him.
Yeah, another good lap. Just this is basically opportunity now. After this, he needs to nail the exit here, then nail the entry, and well, this whole corner, and see where he stacks up at the exit. He's within 6 tenths. Can he do it? I don't know if that's close enough. I don't think so.
Maybe down to the last lap.
DRS and slipstream seem to not help at all.
Yeah.
Like, did you see? He caught up 1/10 the whole straight. He needs to be close. Oh, look at him. He's within 4 tenths now.
But where's the next opportunity?
He goes off. James May goes off apex, so he's starting to feel a bit of pressure. But there's one lap. There's one and a half laps left, so he doesn't have to defend much. He just He just needs to not
Ooh,
make a mistake.
ooh.
Oh, what was that?
Octan had a moment there. I think the
Oh, what is this?
brakes letting him down there.
What?
No, it just looked like he had a bit of an issue there. I'm not too sure. It caught him off guard.
Wow, that's
But I
weird.
think that might have just confirmed the race.
Yeah, that's. I think that's it. The Maxar train is still really close to each other, so maybe we can see them. They're. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
As I said, close. I did say they were close, so yeah. Did I say they were close? Yeah, I said. Yeah, either of these can make a move. Where has Maxar's pace gone? Is he on C5s?
Yes.
So yeah, his tires must be shot by now. So that's where all his pace went. But yeah, it's a bit of a weird thing for Stoyan now. The fact Magazar is not sped up is actually a disadvantage because means he's not getting the guy ahead is getting the RS and slipstream. So, but yeah, Oscar is still within range.
Yeah.
I think he needs to. There's only one pace he can make the
Oh, something did happen! Something did happen!
Yeah, he did hit the wall.
Yeah, we went to space, but he hit the wall. Maybe he went to space as well.
No, I think it was just lag, and he hit the wall at the same time. So
Well,
yeah, that's it. I think he tried his best.
Yeah.
There was not much else. As Cyprian gets really close to these guys.
still another lap for these guys, though.
Yeah, they're really far behind. So yeah, that kind of confirms how easy it was to make mistakes this race.
However,
James just masterful drive, no mistakes, good pace all race. So no pressure for him at all.
he's only bloody gone and done it, hasn't he?
Yeah, second win, the only person to have, except Maxar, to have 2 wins this season. So he's done very well, very good drive.
Following Stoyan and Southwood and Magzire to the second sector now, as Max Hammerlink crosses the line as well and calls it a day.
That place. Not a bad result for him. He
No.
lost the position compared to his qualifying, but given that spin, it's still a very good drive. But yeah, it's these three that are still battling on track. Can any of them make a move on each other? That's the question.
I think it might just end up in this order. However, it's been entertaining nonetheless.
Jake Bond finishing in 5th.
That's brilliant.
A good debut for him in the Octan, bringing home 10 points. It's gonna be. I think this is gonna be it for this little group.
Yeah, you're right there.
Maxar finishing in 6th, not a bad result given his incidents. I don't know if it was a mistake or just an incident, but yeah, a good recovery from him from the pit lane as well, all the way up to 6th. So very good drive.
Oh,
Dave
no.
kind of unlucky this race, had a few incidents. Cyprian, solid performance. Yeah, didn't see him make any mistakes really.
Yeah, you're right there. He just did what he had to do.
Dave again, super consistent. Oh no, not Dave. Douglas. Douglas super consistent. Another 9th place, another points finish. And then we have Nick Lay in 10th. So yeah, those are the point scores. All good drives, to be honest. None of them. I mean, there were mistakes, but that's to be expected at Singapore. So they all did a really good job, to be honest.
Yeah, I think majority of them stayed to the strategy and, well, practically did what they set out to do. But yeah, I mean, 2 drivers that are going to feel very sore tonight would be Max Hammerlink and Oscar Williams. pretty much both of them robbed of the top spot of the podium tonight. But James May, brilliant drive nonetheless. I mean, he was the people's choice tonight. Let's be honest. But yeah. Is there anyone up for an interview? That's the question.
Is anyone? No one's in the interview room.
Well, I'm just trying to make the stream look very pretty as the next scene appears. There we go. As you can see, James May, the race winner for Griffin Gaming. Oscar Williams in second for Octane Energy Plus Plus. And Max Hammerlink in third for Vermin Racing. And that's our podium for tonight. We've got Siplix, as always, wanting an interview, so let's get him in here. Siplix, brilliant drive, man.
Thank you. Yes. Happy for me.
Yeah. I mean, it looked really close the last couple of laps behind Dave Southwood. We were all rooting for you.
And Paul Magzar.
And Paul Magzar, yeah. The Magzar train.
Yes, 4, 5, 6 laps together. I'm all wet. Will be nice if I pass Paul Magzar because I know he's a fast driver, but it's impossible on this track.
I think you did really well considering starting at the back of the grid.
Yes. I'm happy with this result. Also, I have a shoulder injury.
Yeah.
And I feel it all the race, but was okay.
Well,
I'm happy.
Go rest it then. Go rest it. Put some ice on it.
I will. Thank you, Octane. Thank you for this streaming.
Yeah, no worries.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you for racing, man.
Good race.
Thank you, Max. Bye.
That was Cyprian Stoyan, driver for Octane Porsche.
Maybe we can get either Jake or Oscar in here.
I'm gonna drag
I'll
one.
go ask. Sorry.
Go on, you ask them. I was just gonna drag one of them in. But yeah, very interesting race tonight. Always a surprise. And Maxi is back with Oscar and Jake. It's a double interview.
It's the whole Octane gang, isn't it?
Hello.
Octane Unite. Told you we'd meet on the other side. So
yeah, tell us about your races.
Who goes first?
You obviously.
You finished higher.
Well, I was sweating the whole time. I had Max right behind me, and that was tense as hell. And then I tried to, I pitted early just to make sure that I wasn't going to get undercut, and then just came out side by side with Max, which was kind of. But anyway, we went side by side into turn 4. I haven't seen the replay yet, but I'm pretty sure I gave him room.
Yeah, I think he did.
It's just unfortunate. But then, because of that, James got in the lead. Well, not because of that. He did fantastic, but so I was just behind James for the next 20 laps, trying to push him into a mistake. But fair play to him, man. Too quick, too consistent. I might have had him at the end. I had some screen freeze on the second last lap, so I had to slam on the brakes to not.
Yeah, Oh, okay. So that's what that was. Because on our screen, you just broke. Really
yeah, my screen just froze, so I just braked just to make sure I didn't kill James. But yeah, good race overall. Pleased with second. Impossible to overtake here.
Yeah, I mean that's just the nature of the track. Really, it's all about just trying to hold on, and I think you guys did really well considering we stick.
Second and fifth for Octane, baby.
It's a brilliant. I think it's a career best. I'm gonna go out there and say it. um,
I should have died turn 1. I don't know how I survived that. We went 3 wide. I gave them a ton of room and I got spun around. But they can't pass, so they were stuck behind me. Well, I had orange wings holding everybody up in the train.
Hey man, you finished fifth, and that's exactly what we wanted you for. I wonder where that
That was
puts us.
sweaty though. Driving around Singapore with bad wings is like understeer galore.
Yeah, you literally got to change your driving style. But how did you find out there?
Oof, I mean, it was just avoiding chaos the whole time. I think Jack and Dave crashed behind me on the 5th or 6th lap. They were within DRS and then they just disappeared. And then like the 25th lap, everything was just cruising in 5th, nobody near me. And then Nils comes out of the pits with fresh tires and he's, a lap down. And for some reason, I just had a feeling he was going to try to dive bomb. So I brake super hard on the straight and he just shoots past in the braking zone and goes off the track. That could have been my race over, but it's close. It's just avoiding chaos the whole time.
Yeah, people get very up to I can't even say the word. Optimistic around this track. Opportunistic, I was trying to say.
But it's fun. It's a good track. I think it's technical. A lot of people struggle like for 35 laps being consistent enough to not hit the wall or scrape it or anything.
Oh yeah, it really, really kind of shows people's potential. That's why I really liked it, particularly because people tend to, don't know, you either love it or you hate it.
I hate it.
I was surprised to see Magzire 6th moving through the field. I was getting kind of nervous at the end of the race. My tires were down to like 50%, and I saw him coming up.
He had some sort of incident or spin because he was facing the wrong way at one point. Like that's why he lost a lot of ground.
Yeah, thank God I had a DRS penalty.
Yeah,
I grabbed my wheel and I hit the DRS.
You finished you were sort of like in no man's land, weren't you? Because you were a lot behind the car ahead, but a lot
Yeah, I
in
mean,
front of
in
the
the
car
second
behind.
stint, I had the same pace as Clank, but since I had the damage in the first stint, that was 15 or so seconds behind already from that, just holding everybody behind. But by the time I pit and repaired damage, I had to wait another 5 seconds in the pit to repair and all that. So it was just kind of no man's land because everyone behind me either took each other out or they just, I don't know. Everyone was getting in incidents kind of like right behind. I was just in no man's land and I was fine with it.
Yeah,
It's kind of boring for a while in the last half of the race though. There's literally nobody.
I think Silverstone's going to be a completely different race. So hopefully, if you stick around, you're going to see a lot of track action.
It's gonna be exciting to see. We just got our second multiple race winner this season. We've had 7 different winners in 9 different races.
Has
So
May won
maybe
already?
yeah, he did in Valencia.
Ah.
So it's so far he has the most wins together with Magza. They each have 2. Everyone else has 1. So yeah, maybe we get a new one. What do you say, Jake?
Yeah,
You're gonna win the next race.
As soon as Oscar gives me that toe in quali, sure.
Oh, we should have done that, man.
I didn't think about that until now.
It's not worth that much around Singapore, guys. It's worthless.
Hey, we need everything we can get.
Yeah, man.
Surprised no one went C5. To be honest, I think we all went C4.
No, people did go C5. There was Nils on the C5.
Clank
Nils
did as well.
Clank as well. Sorry. He started C5. Nils pitted really early, but like lap 6, and I think I don't want to.
That's impressive from Clank. Then I didn't realize he was on C5.
Yeah. What did he stay out long? I didn't.
He stayed
get
out
a
pretty
chance.
long, almost as long as I did. I think he might have pitted a little bit earlier.
So
I
he
think, what,
stayed
15
out
laps?
longer than like the front runners on who were on C4s, the top 3. That's really impressive.
This
So,
this
yeah.
has gone from an interview to a debrief.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
If anyone's still listening. But overall, I think it was a great race. It's unfortunate that Oxhan and Oscar couldn't get that win tonight, but
So I need to set up a GoFundMe to get a computer upgrade, and then I might have some chance.
maybe
I'll send you one from the Octane bank account. Thank you.
that last 5 lap surge, that was brilliant. You were all over him, and then you did that lock up, and unfortunately that was it.
Yeah, what can you say?
What can you say?
I tried, give my best.
Yeah, and I think James will go away from this race not thinking that he's just kind of ran away with this race, but pretty much just clinched it.
Yeah, fair play to him.
Now the question is, what does that do to constructors?
Ooh.
Because Magzire finished 6th, and I think he is the only BM car. He's got to make it close.
Just chill your beans, innit? And I'm trying to sort out the spreadsheet as we talk. But anyway, I'm going to call it a night there for the stream. Unless you're sticking around for Trout League After Hours.
After party.
That's
at
a
my house.
premium stream, and it'll cost you.
So, yeah.
Whoa, I didn't sign up for this.
Yeah, man. You gotta scramble the private jets, all that stuff to so it's VIPs only.
Rolling side to side like a roller coaster.
Oh god.
Oh my god. Okay.
Anyway,
I think you should end it before it gets any more out of hand.
On that note, thank you everyone for joining us. All 3 viewers that we had tonight. I appreciate it. This is where we put on such a great show. But yeah, I've been Kilgore Trout. He's been Maximilian Younger. These guys